Lazy people in the workplace. How are you dealing with it? I know that most of us have gone through this before, dealing with lazy people in the workplace, but I feel like it is really elevated to the next level with people, you know. I'm a type of person, and I'm sure if you're watching this video, you're the type of person that you just want to go to work, get the job done, and leave. You want to do the best you can do and get out of there. You don't want to have to deal with the drama. You don't want to have to deal with the lies. You don't want to have to deal with the deceit. You don't want to have to deal with the gossip. You just want to go in there, do what you got to do, and leave. But it's other people that you have to deal with in the workplace, and it's the lazy people that I can't take. You know, I feel like if we're going to work together, we should work together as a team, and we should just all get the job done. It just makes the day go smoother to me. Why try to put all the work on one person? Why try to put the work on a few people? Like, how can that set right in your soul doing that, just being lazy? And this is what you have to deal with. So comment below if you're going through this. What have you done in the past? Have you went through this in the past? Maybe you have your own business now, but you still have to deal with, employees. Just tell me, how do you deal with lazy people? It just aggravates my soul sometimes with these people. Like, for instance, one day I was working, doing what I do, and it's like the people that were supposed to be helping me, they saw that the work was coming and they just disappeared. I looked around, I'm like, where is everybody at? Why am I the only person, taking care of this work? Where did everybody go? And this is like a normal thing that happens now. Like, people, I don't know if they just don't want to work. They just there to get the check, which I understand. Go get that money. But at the same time, don't come in and be lazy and have one or two people, picking up the slack for you. That's not the way to go. That's not the way to do things. And I just don't feel that it's right. And I feel like it's getting worse. And I know it's a lot of videos out here that's saying, quit your job, don't work 9 to 5. People are just up and quitting their job with no plan. To me, I don't agree with that unless you really, really have to. It's certain situations where you have to quit. You may catch a case if you don't quit. So, I understand that. It's rare certain situations where you have to just quit that day and you don't have a plan. But it seems like this is a normal thing now. People are just quitting their jobs and they don't have a plan. And I think it's because of a lot of things that happen in a workplace that people are just now getting out and talking about. People are just now getting out there and telling their experience and telling what they're going through with management, telling what they're going through with certain clients and customers, and telling what they're going through with coworkers, and just the whole work environment as a whole. There's times I work places where I didn't get a break. There were times where I worked places where I didn't get to use the restroom, or it took me a while to use the restroom, and it's just like, some of those situations could have been handled differently if everybody worked together as a team. If everybody just had the mindset that we have, it would have went better. But no, it's just this doggy dog world of just let them do it, And it's unacceptable. I am just so sick and tired of dealing with lazy people, because I am not a lazy person. I'm sure if you made it this far in this video that you're not a lazy person. And it's just sickening that people are on the clock getting paid to do nothing. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the people that are like us that work hard, they want to put all the work on you, and then God forbid you sit down and get a break for a second to rest your feet. They're looking at you, well, how dare you be sitting down? How dare you not be doing any work? And it's like, okay, I just took a break. You've been on break your whole career. You've been on break the whole shift. So the one time I want to sit down, why is your eyes locking with my eyes looking like you got a problem? This is what we have to go through in this season, guys. And this is why I think a lot of people do not want to work full time. They do not want to go through the BS. They do not want to work with people. You have to deal with a lot of different spirits, and a lot of them are demonic. A lot of them are negative. A lot of them are not of the light, and a lot of them are not positive. And that can take a toll on you mentally, physically, spiritually. And nobody talks about this. It's all about the dollar. And I understand that everybody has to make a living. I understand that we have families and responsibilities and obligations. I get it. But at some point, you have to make a change and figure out what you're going to do to get out of that situation, because it can potentially hurt you. It's really getting to that point. It can potentially hurt you and harm you, because you are working around people that just don't care. They're lazy. You see the way they come into work. They don't even comb their hair. They don't even take a shower. I work with a person that out loud said that she did not take a shower in 3 days, and it was only me and another person in the room. And my jaw was on the floor. And this was a female, guys, which to me makes it worse. And by the way, she had her husband at home. But anyway, that's a different story. She said she did not take a shower in 3 days. Unbelievable. And I don't know if that's a cultural thing, I don't know if it's laziness, but I'm just saying, people just get up, roll out of bed, shake their hair, and just go to work. They don't even look presentable. I try to look presentable. Like, I have a little makeup on. It probably took me about 10, 15 minutes to put on. I love makeup. I do it mostly every day. That's my thing. But even if I didn't wear makeup, because it was times before that I didn't wear makeup, every day or whatever, I still made sure my hair was kept up. I groomed myself, and I was presentable for the world. I didn't just roll out of bed looking like I came from under the bed, So it all comes to, I think, people not being happy. I think it comes down to people not knowing their purpose and not going after their purpose. If they do know their purpose, it's so many layers to this, guys. But if we don't get a handle on this, it's really, really, I see it really, really being a problem. The way the workforce is going, and they're bringing in AI. It's just a whole different world, the workplace. And I think older people that were in the older mindset of just working a 9 to 5 for 40, 50 years, and then retiring in Florida, retiring into the sunset. They look at people nowadays and it's like, well, what is going on? Like, why don't they want to work? Why don't they want to do this? Why don't they want to do that? But they don't realize, I don't think, some of them, not everybody, but they don't realize that it's a lot of stuff going on that they didn't have to deal with. I think companies back in the day, they had more respect for their employees, and they took care of employees. Like, for instance, I worked at a company, and I was talking to an employee that had been there like 20, 30 years. And she told me how the company, paid for her IVF because, she had trouble having kids, and she had 2 kids, through IVF, and IVF is expensive. And, they helped her with her IVF treatment so she could have both of her sons. How great is that? Like, the company helped her bring her children into the world. Like, unheard of, right? And then she said the company put her through school when she wanted to increase her career, and they put both of her kids through school. And I'm like looking at her like, well, where did these programs go? Like, it did not exist for me. And I was working in the same company, even though I'm probably sure they had some mergers and, other things going on since then. That's why the culture changed and you were just considered a number. But that's the type of companies of the past, of really trying to retain people. They really try to retain employees. They really try to, care about if somebody in your life passed away. It was more, to me, caring, not just you're just a number, you're just an employee. Not saying that they probably didn't feel that way at times, but nowadays that's just it for the most part. Unless you probably get in a smaller company, a more family orientated company, it may be a little different. But the majority of the jobs out here is not for the employee. It's not to uplift you and get you further ahead in life. in any type of way. It's just here, take this money, take this salary. You might could work a little extra with some OT. And we're going to definitely give you this health insurance because we're going to stress you the freak out so much that you're going to need the health insurance. So it's just a lot of layers, and I understand why people are fed up. But at the same time, guys, we cannot be lazy. That shows something that is going on within you. You're not happy with you. You're not happy with your life. There's something going on there. And I can't really figure it out. If you figure it out, guys, let me know, because I need some insight into why these people in the workplace just being lazy for no reason and won't even try to help you out. So it makes you feel like the person like me and probably like you, oh, well, I don't want to help you out if you don't want to help me out. And I'm not even that type of person, that tit for tat kind of person. I'm not her. I'm not her. But they push you to that point where you feel like, okay, if you don't want to help me, why should I help you? And it's just a cycle that just continues. And it's just like, now nobody's doing their job because it's a tit for tat. Oh, she did this, so I'm going to do this. And she didn't do that, so I'm just going to leave that there and just walk by it 50 million times and act like it doesn't exist. It's crazy. It's really, 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 really crazy, guys, out here. So comment below if you're dealing with this lazy culture that we have in the workplace right now. I know that I'm tired of it. Like I said, I have a few businesses and I have to deal with people still. Even if you have a business, you still have to deal with people. You still have to deal with laziness. You know, unless I guess you just completely work remotely on your computer and you don't have to talk to anybody but a robot. But if you have a business serving people, you have to deal with people at some point. And it's just hard. It can be very challenging to deal with people. And then you're dealing with different types of people at different levels in their life. And they're battling different things spiritually. And I'm just more sensitive to that now. I can feel the vibe more now. So my vibe, if it's too irritated, I can't be in that environment. But so long, I just can't, you know, and to be honest, it's the clients that get, you know, the short stick when you think about it, because we're really there to serve people. If you're in the business of serving people, you're in the business of serving people, you know, let's all work together, guys, to get it done. That's how I feel. But other people don't feel that way. And who doesn't benefit from that? You know, who doesn't benefit? The people that we are serving do not benefit from that at all. You know, your employer that is employing you to do the job doesn't benefit from you being lazy. That's my point, guys. So comment below if you're going through this. Stay strong. You know, don't make no rash decisions if you don't have to. Get your plan together to escape the rat race. You know, even if you have a business, try to find, you know, different ways to deal with things. And that's all I can say, guys. Peace.